So who created Bitcoin? This is a very the question that nobody really knows the answer to. We kind of understand why it was created. There's always been this goal of creating a currency that was can't be counterfeited. That's always been kind of a goal of humans, almost as existence, and a currency that was decentralized. If you were of the peasant class, everyone from the Romans, the Greeks, all the way back, even further, have always devalued their currency eventually. Every major government in the world has always debased or devalued their currency over time. And through inflation, through printing, through creating additional currency. And this is done for all sorts of reasons. There's a documentary I'm going to include in the description of this link that really talks about the origin of Bitcoin a little bit more in detail. And it also covers why Bitcoin basically, or why is it people have always wanted to create some sort of decentralized currency, such as Bitcoin. What we do know about the birth of Bitcoin was there's a gentleman who created the Liberty Dollar. He's one of the first, and he wasn't the only one, but this gentleman created the Liberty Dollar, which was a private currency. He got in trouble for competing against the U.S. currency. In fact, the prosecutor in the case said he was practicing a form of domestic terrorism. That's a pretty strong word. But so created this Liberty Dollar. He had he had clients, he had people, he had accounts where people were keeping these Liberty Dollars. They carried a value. But he eventually got his entire business shut down. He got sentenced to prison time. As of this video, he's still waiting to serve that sentence. He hasn't served it yet. However, he claims to have been contacted by Satoshi Nakamoto, and he says that Satoshi told him that he had created a way to create a digital currency, and basically it was going to be decentralized, and it was going to be, you weren't going to be able to counterfeit it, but the main thing that Satoshi told him was that he followed his case and he followed what happened to him very carefully, and that because he didn't want to end up, you know, getting shut down and going to jail and having to deal with government authorities, Satoshi had decided that he was going to be anonymous and he was never going to let his true identity be known. Satoshi Nakamoto, that's not even the real person's name. However, what he ended up doing was he put out a white paper and in the tech community that basically described and discussed what Bitcoin or what blockchain technology was, what Bitcoin was, and the whole concept behind it. Initially, it was very niche. A lot of programmers and people much smarter than me found it very fascinating. It was a bit of a hobby. People were playing with it. People were, mining for coins on the blockchain, creating coins, if you will, on the blockchain. And they were doing it with home computers, and it was just kind of gimmicky. It was kind of fun for them. It was, back then a Bitcoin was several cents a piece. Today, Bitcoin's many thousands of dollars. So that's kind of, where it originated from. We don't know who the actual originator is. We do not know the real identity of Satoshi Nakamoto. As you can see in the documentary that's in the description, Satoshi did communicate through email with several different programmers and eventually just completely stopped altogether responding or corresponding at all and basically just vanished for all intents and purposes. So today the technology is able to continue long without him. There's no need to have a central authority. And so Satoshi is gone, so to speak. We don't know who that was. But that's essentially the birth of Bitcoin. It's who created Bitcoin. It's how it, got its start. And again, for more details, just watch the video in the description. It's a shorter documentary. It's about 45 minutes. It's a YouTube documentary. I think you're going to love it. Stay tuned. I'm going to be covering some more topics on Bitcoin. I'm going to be covering, how is it created? In other words, how is it mined? What is a blockchain? How do you buy Bitcoin? How do you keep and store Bitcoin? How can you earn more Bitcoin? And I'll be adding more topics as they come up. I'm probably going to do a video discussing why people would want a decentralized currency. So be looking out for that as well. That's something that came to mind. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's simple, bite-sized information that's helping you get a better understanding of exactly what Bitcoin is. Stay tuned for my next videos. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, and so you can get notified as soon as those next videos come out. Have a great day. God bless.